My next model is going to be Model of the Month, Meccano paper folding machine, January 1962. I was going through my CD disc magazine one and I've come across this model. Looks interesting. Looking at it from there to there, it's about 11.5 inches long, decent size. Certain models of the month in the magazines, you used to, if you read this section here, had to write off to the editor for the instructions. Well, I know we will not get a reply back nor have an email. So we're doing some research and asking around. I've now got the instructions how to build the model. So let's go to the model and see what we come across. Off we go. Once the model completed in a way, I've come across a few problems with it, with the instructions and the part list. I'll just move this out of the way for give an idea what it's looking like when you've completed the model. So what I'm going to do now, I'll have to strip it down and show you what I've come across, rebuild it, and then we can get it working. Let's go to the different sections. Off we go. Here's the start of the instructions. Start with a base frame. Started off with a 5.5 inch angle girder each end with a number 8 angle girder. Then one hole in is another 8 angle girder. Now 7 holes in, on top of that is a 4.5 inch strip, which then will hold on your motor at the back. On the motor I had to add on a 26 gear, a 27A with a 3-inch axle rod. Originally your small pulley here was on the shaft of the motor, so for more power that's what I had to alter to do. And also if you look at the photograph very closely, which I used a magnifying glass to help me out, was a 115A threaded pin that goes onto the switch. Back here is your flange plate, that's where the paper is going to come down. So all in all, it was just a motor to alter, to improve, to get it working. Now off to the body frame. Okay, here's the body frame done, with more sections done to it. Come across a few things. I'll start with your part list. There's things on it which is not on, which you need. I had to add on 2 14/8, which is a 5.5 axle rod, one here, one here. Your number 14s, which is a 6.5 axle rods, which is one here, one here, one here. You need them. And look at the photograph, that sticks out right, because you need that because of your pulley wheels on it. Here it says to use a 55A slotted strip. We didn't say which way round, so I tried the slot here and that didn't work well, so I put the holes on the outside. Very few small pulley wheels here. Another problem come across. This here says use to a 5.5 inch angle girder, which is this one. Well, if you did that, that will interfere with your wood rollers with the 31 gears on. So replace it to a 4.5 inch handle girder, which you've got over in the model. And also it says here when you put your plate on to bend it a bit like so. So I've not done that. What I've done is put extra washers in there to give it a bit of a slant for the paper, which goes in between your 2 girders, between your 2 wood rollers. Also it says later on put your driving bands on. Well, if you did that, you had to take your wood rolls out again and put your driving bands on. So put them on as you, at the same time as your wood rollers. Now Well, here you put a pulley wheel with a small driving band. I'll just do it as I go along roughly for you. Let's do that. And that axle rod is in between your slot there and that. That's what I'll do. Now it says from here, put that on, from here to here. Well, the axle rod originally was here, if you look at the photograph, and it says to use a 10-inch driving band. If you put that on there, it's too long. So what I've done here is added on a number 5 strip, pull the axle rod in further with the original small pulley wheel which would have been on it, and then use a 6-inch driving band. All that will do the job with your motor which I've added on gears, give it more pulling power. So that's what that does. Now let's go and build now and show you this section here, the top section, where the paper comes through between your 2 rollers into the paper section. Off we go. Here's the top section. I'm going to show you how it's connected to the body frame. The bottom of it is a 5.5 strip. At the end of that is connected to your axle rod here, where your pulley wheels are and driving bands. There's another 2 more driving bands on the inside, which is then connected onto another 2 smaller pulley wheels, number 23s. Your 125 angle brackets is connected each side to the top of it off your strips. Now with adding the number 5 onto that, it's actually made it more stronger, a bit more improvement. Let's go roughly onto this section. Here's the top section. How does it work? Okay, as the paper comes along on top of the other 2 driving bands, then it goes in between your 2 A strips. There's 4 here, between your flat plate. Now what I had to do here is to alter the gap by extra washers to fold it down. Now on here you see some screw rods and a chain link. Well, between these 2 screw rods there's a strip, 2A, with 3 115A 3 pins, and that will catch the edge of the paper. So what you do with this is you can alter it by going up and down, and that determines where you want your fold of your paper when it goes back down through the body frame to the bottom end. That's what that does. Simple idea, bit tricky to do, what I got there at the end. So let's put the model together and show you working. Here's the model now reassembled. Decided to use original Marshall 2 power control unit, Meccano Limited, on 15 volts, which is connected to the original E15R motor, Meccano. So I'm going to feed the paper into the rollers. The paper is going to come along, then it comes back down and underneath, and the paper then should be folded and comes back out of the chute here. Bit noisy, slow, but interesting. Let's have a go. Yeah, there's a paper folded, proof there. Very noisy little thing, but not bad for a 40-year-old model really, working out this year, which is designed in 1962. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now.